Hello, hello, how are you today? As you come in, say hi, let me know where you're from. Today is election day in the United States. And so I thought we would talk about our energy and how we're feeling today. Hi, in case you don't know me, I'm Kelly Lee Steppenfield, a fifth generation metaphysician, soul evolution coach, speaker, and author. And today, a lot of us, even those of us that maybe not live in the United States, I have friends from Canada and around the world that have all been checking in with their energies today about how the US elections are going to go. And sometimes we feel excited, sometimes we feel anxious, sometimes we are worried. Have you checked in with your feelings and just kind of said, what am I feeling today? How am I feeling today? And get right with yourself so that regardless of who wins, you're good in your own energy. You voted. If you're an American, you let your voice be heard. And if you haven't done it yet, you still have plenty of time in all 50 states to go vote. And you know that you're going to be okay. Regardless of who wins, you're going to be okay. Because you create the energy around you and you create your life. So when we check in and we say, okay, I'm going to be okay. I'm good. My energy is good. Now, my wishes and dreams are that whoever wins the presidency wins it not only on the popular vote, but also on the electoral college vote, and wins it by enough margin that it's done. There is none of this, let's argue about it, let's fight about it, let's get the lawyers involved. I hope that as Americans, we send a clear message and we can start moving forward, whatever that message may be. But you have to get out and vote if you're an American, and if you're not an American, then send your energy. That is what happens, that we have a clear and concise winner. There's no divided between popular vote and electoral college. And that not only can the US take this day as the brand new day of moving forward, but the whole world can. So check in with your energy, say, okay, how am I doing? Because if you're worried, if you're anxious, if you're nervous, then those are all depleting energies. And don't deplete yourself. Don't let this deplete you. Let it empower you. Now, that doesn't mean I'm telling you that if it doesn't turn out the way you want it to, that you have to become politically active. Some of it's our pathway to be politically active. Some of us, it's not. But that doesn't mean that you don't be empowered. And change, exterior change, what we see in the world, all starts within. So if we don't feel empowered, how do we expect people around us to feel empowered? If we're not happy, how do we expect the people around us to feel that happiness? Instead of picking up on the fact that we're not happy and what can they do to help us get in a better mood, right? So as we're watching results tonight, tomorrow morning, however long it takes, know that you're okay. You're empowered. You're going to be fine because you create your world. Yes, politicians affect a lot of things, but politicians can't affect your happiness unless you let that affect your happiness. Politicians can't disempower you unless you allow them to disempower you. And then it's not them doing it, it's you doing it to yourself. So instead of thinking about what it is that's going to go on, think about, okay, what is going on in here? What do I need to do in here? Check in with your energy, see where it needs tweaked, maybe do a grounding ceremony or go into a meditation or a prayer and get your energy recentered, reactivated, and saying, you know what, from this day forward, I'm empowered and I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to be happy and I'm going to live the life I want to live and I'm going to enjoy life and I'm going to do whatever it is that are my goals and dreams. So if you're having those feelings of being worried or anxious or afraid or just overall nerves, right? Don't apologize for feeling that way. But say, what's the root cause? What's really the root cause of why I'm feeling this way? And the root cause may be that you're feeling disempowered, that it's out of your hands. Because a lot of us love control. And when things are out of our hands, we don't like it. We don't like the feeling it gives us, right? So that's why almost every person that gets elected, they have the message of hope in one way, form, or another, right? Because if a politician would go out and say, oh, it's hopeless, who's going to vote for that, right? And so instead of thinking of, oh my gosh, this is hopeless if my candidate doesn't win, say, you know what? Whether my candidate wins or not, if I'm an American, for that eagle to fly, it has to have both wings. We can't chop off one wing of the eagle, be it whichever wing that is the opposite of where you stand, and the eagle fly. We have to stand united. So how can you empower those around you to become more united instead of divided? That is what makes us a great menagerie. Is when we bring everybody in, no matter what their views are, no matter what their nationality of origin is, and if they go to ancestry.com, right? It doesn't matter if we bring people together. So where do you need to feel more empowered? If you are feeling those things where you're not quite settled in your own skin. And like I said, if you're an American and you haven't voted yet, there's a lot of states out there that you don't have to pre-register. You can register when you go to vote. Take your ID, take your mask, go and vote. Be empowered. Voting is an act of empowerment. Voting is saying my voice counts. And I know a lot of people out there think, oh, well, I live in a state that always votes this way. So if I go and vote, it's not going to matter. It does matter. Whether your state goes the way you vote or not, your vote matters. And that's why we've had a couple of elections just in since the early 2000s, where we've had a split. Popular vote winner, electoral college winner, right? Every vote counts. Because you're not just voting for president on that ballot. You're voting maybe for school board or for animal collector or for state questions and initiatives. So go and vote. Be empowered. Do that act of empowering yourself to say, my voice counts. And then say, whatever the outcome is, I'm good. I'll do what I needed to do to adjust. If I need to do some adjustments, if I need to do a grounding ceremony because the person or the state question I voted on went the opposite way, I'll do what I need to do, but I'm going to stand within my power. And I'm going to remember that for the American eagle to fly, it has to have both wings. It has to have that dichotomy of different opinions that come together and soar. So I hope that you have a fabulous evening. Whatever you're going to do, whether you're going to watch election results or you're absolutely going to avoid the TV, right, and social media. So it's like, okay, I'll just wake up tomorrow morning and I'll see what happens. Whichever you are, that's fine. But just check in with your energy, because the energy today, Mercury went direct. We're getting clear communications now. We're moving forward. We're not in reverse anymore in our communications, and move forward from this day forward. Okay? I hope you have a fabulous day and you keep expecting miracles all the time, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.